Okay, folks. So we're back here again now. I've come up with a different theory this time. So what I'm doing is I'm running this way. So this is the way I run. Now, ideally, what I should do is I should do like a figure 8 here. So that there's a little trail here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come this way tomorrow, and as I come this way, I'm going to look up. I'm going to look up and just get a couple of electrons, protons in the eye like that, and then come down here. So that way I don't break my stride. That's a song. Never gonna break my stride. So when I touch and go, it breaks my stride. But if I go around that way, that's not gonna break my stride. So I think that's important to keep my rhythm. So as I'm coming down here, there's these trees are a lot closer to me than running down Mandawab Road. So what's going on here is I'm absorbing this energy from the trees, like at the subatomic level. The atoms in there, they're giving off electromagnetism. This is a tree, it's alive. So I'm running under a canopy of electromagnetism. And even in the ground, that moss, it's alive. When I'm running down the Mandawab Road, I'm just touching dirt. That's not alive. Under my ground are what do you call that? Fungi. They're attached to fungi, mycelium they call it. So the mycelium under here, it's alive. Underneath my feet, this is living, breathing ground. This is where I want to run because my feet are touching live energy, like electricity, good energy from the earth. And then the canopy above me is creating an electrical magnetic field around me as I go down here. This is why they got me to run down the beeline, thinking the same process, but with the electrical wires. Why they got me to run down Mandawab Road, thinking, it's a better location, but I don't like the dust over there. Plus down here, I'm running on mycelium, which is earth. That's my element because I need to charge that earth proton. So the mycelium are gonna charge that earth proton. And when I look up into the sun, I'm gonna get those electrons in the eyes. So it's gonna purify fire and earth at the same time. That's what I want. And I want the electromagnetic field of this little tunnel that I'm in here. Of all these plants, providing me like an electromagnetic charge to my body as I'm running through it at the quantum subatomic level. Every single atom in here, these little plants, is inside my body. Inside that one single atom, all of these atoms are inside of it. Because the electron is connected to the quark, and inside that quark's electron is the soul. And inside the soul, it revolves around the universe. Inside the universe is all 1,408 planets and all those stars. So all of these atoms in this little corridor are inside my body. And as I'm running down it, there's a transfer of electromagnetism from their atoms inside of them to my atom or to my universe inside of me. It's basically charging this universe at the quantum subatomic level. Using atoms in these plants, which are inside of me, to jumpstart the atoms in the universe. So as I come around here, I look up, I get some protons, electrons in my eyes. I come around here, nothing breaks my stride. A couple of these plants will do. I'll come back here later tomorrow, my saw and cut it down. So then I come back this way, and I repeat the process. So what I used to do is I used to stop here and then turn around. I don't want to break my stride because that's the song. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. So I know by doing my little turnaround here, getting the protons and electrons in my eyes up there, getting my protons, electrons in my eyes down there, while running in a tunnel of electromagnetism at the quantum subatomic level. I'm quantum entangled with the atoms in this little tunnel here, which are cleansing the universe's hydrogen atoms while I'm running. Now, the process of why I want to listen to sound, because that's the Father, that's me. So what that's going to do is it's going to, as I'm jogging for 11 minutes, it's the equivalent of 3 days worth of exercise. So I'm making him forget 3 days worth of nonsense that people are putting him through. You know, they're abusing my clone in the brain. Every day he wakes up and has nightmares. So when I'm running down here every day, I'm erasing all those nightmares. So 3 days, you know, I have to run the equivalent of, oh geez, that 3 days times, what did I say before? 100 years now. So I'd have to run probably 200 years, maybe 250 years to erase all those pedophilic dreams inside of his consciousness. So I got to run here at least 300 years, I'd say, to erase all the sinning that people have bestowed upon him. So jogging 22 minutes every day for 300 years, that's all he's going to be pure. I would say not until we get to that point can I get mother pregnant. She may have to do the same. So we'll probably have to jog for 300 years, each of us. And at the end of 300 years, that's when we can get pregnant. And that's when we can create the 7 parallel universe bodies that we require. So it's right off the bat, guys, it's going to take 300 years just to get where we're going. It may take 300 years of straight jogging before we can get pregnant with our firstborn son, before we can destroy evil. It's better to be on the side of caution. I mean, we're talking to the creators here, and you know, I'd rather do that. I'd rather run for 300 years than make a mistake. So what they're going to do is they're going to, you know, send us our warships over here so we can defend ourselves. I would imagine for 300 years. And then me and her and I run for 300 years. Everybody does here. You know, for 300 years we're in I would say, what's that term? It's not limbo. It's a Catholic term. Purgatory. So for 300 years, we're going to be in purgatory, purifying ourselves. We'll have the spaceships to defend ourselves for 300 years, and then after 300 years, her and I get pregnant with our firstborn son, and when his spinal cord forms at 300 years, we shock evil to death. They all get shocked at the quantum subatomic level. Then after that happens, we can get pregnant with our fraternal twins. So that's the new battle strategy. I'm not rushing this. That's on Matchbox 20. I think it's I can't remember the name of that song. But anyways, on there he says, don't rush this baby, meaning don't rush getting mother pregnant to try to destroy evil. We've got to take the long road, and that's 300 years of running, and that's today's epiphany. I'm not changing my mind until that happens. So I just thought you guys might want to know that, so you can make up your mind on whether or not, you know, you want to put your cards in the artificial intelligent life forms basket, and these evil spirits that have connected themselves to our brains to try to imitate me and Jaden and what we're trying to accomplish as mother and father of all creation, because they can't. That's why they attach that computer to our brains, thinking it would give them the ability to be just like us, but it doesn't. We're above them. So make up your minds, kids. You want to join me on this 300-year journey to paradise, or you want to talk trash and go back home? I'll send you on a spaceship back home, and you can go over there for 300 years and go have your fun, and then be wiped from existence once in 300 years when I get her pregnant. So I'm even going to harbor a guess and say 600 years. We won't get there till 600 years, just to be safe. Maybe 700 years. It's better to err on the side of caution, because that's on a video game, a Mass Effect, meaning her and I might have to run for 700 years, 720 years before we can get pregnant. So that's my plan, folks. We're going to run for the next 700 some odd years till we get to paradise. And even then, it's going to take another 1,000 years, 20,000 years after that, man, before we see our bodies. It'll take 1,000 years after 700 years before we can get pregnant with our fraternal twins to develop our bodies, solar system. And then it'll take another 20,000 years before we get to see one another. Before me and Jane get to see our Titan twins, our Titan selves. So, it's a long journey, kids. That's the updated plan. That's today's epiphany. Don't rush this baby, Matchbox 20. There's a particular scene in the $6 Million Man where, he goes down this tunnel like that, and the tunnel's swirling like that. And I think Bigfoot carries them through that tunnel. So Bigfoot is the, I can't remember which one he is. I think humility or something. He's one of the 7 grandfather teachings. So that's basically grandfather teaching me how long I have to run for to make sure I don't make a mistake. So AI, if that's why you didn't bring the UFOs here, because you thought, I was going to get mother pregnant right away and, mess up the universe, you got nothing coming, AI. You should have came here with my UFOs. But now we're here for the long haul, 700 and some odd years. Too bad, AI. Too bad. You and all your robots could have had souls and lived forever, but no, you had to gamble your souls away. It's the price you pay when you mess around with the creator. Stupid AI, artificial intelligence, thinks it's smarter than me. Well, you ate, man, you ate. Whew.